What the f— I'm totally hacking.
After my success in this previous video, many people have been asking me for tips on how to be better at sniper. I was pretty hesitant to make this type of video because there's so many sniper guides out there that are already pretty good. And there's many better snipers out there with better guides. Like, look at this guy. Jesus. I only have 1200 hours on snipers, so I have some qualifications. And people kept asking me, so I was like, okay. Mouse settings are very subjective in my opinion. If you want mines, they're on screen. I like to keep my sensitivity low because it helps me aim a lot better. But the cons of this is more arm movements while playing, which is a playstyle I prefer. If you rely more on your wrist, I highly recommend having a higher sensitivity. But the two main settings that you should change is turning off mouse acceleration and having raw input turned on. The reason why you want mouse acceleration off is because it will raise your mouse sensitivity proportional to the speed of your mouse. This could lead to unintentional flicks and it completely throws off your aim. With it turned off, you'll be fixed to a 1:1 ratio, which is a lot easier to aim. Raw input is important to keep on because it will bypass your Windows mouse settings and filters. This will make your mouse more consistent and precise, which is very important for competitive play. I wouldn't suggest buying a very expensive mouse, but consider getting a gaming mouse. It should feel comfortable to hold and easy to move. When I started playing, I was playing with a Gateway computer mouse. It was a fine mouse, but when I got my first gaming mouse, a Razer Mamba, my aim skyrocketed. The mouse I use today is a wireless Razer Viper Free Pro. It's extremely lightweight and it feels amazing to hold. The DPI settings I personally put on my mouse is 650, which is pretty low. The average DPI is 1000, but I would recommend playing around with the DPI. A good way to check is to play. If you're constantly over flicking, turn down the DPI. If it feels too sluggish, turn it up a notch. My sniper loadout consists of the stock sniper rifle, cozy camper, and frying pan. The sniper rifle overall is an amazing weapon. The only rifle that really beats out stock is the Bizarre Bargain, but for very personal reasons, I choose to play with stock. The cozy camper is personally my favorite secondary for sniper. It passively heals you, and the added bonus of not flinching on 100% charge is pretty nice. And I'm pretty biased on this secondary just because I like any weapon that heals you. In my opinion, most sniper secondaries are mostly situational anyways. For example, you hate spies? Put on the Razorback. Pyros? Put the Darwin shield on. Are you weird? Use the Jurati.
Not bad. Cheers, mate. No.
Lastly, the frying pan, which is essentially just stock. Sniper has only a few melee options and most of them are pretty weird in my opinion. Take for example the banana. It does more damage when your HP is low, but does less damage when full. It's somewhat similar to the equalizer, but worse. If you're that low on HP as a sniper, you'll be dead by the time you get to use the freaking thing, which is why I typically use stock just for the consistency.
Bye-bye.
There are just 3 basic aiming tips for sniper. The first is tracking, which is essentially following their heads and shooting them. Second is pre-aiming, which is having a crosshair where the enemy will appear.
Can you all just spectate Starkey by the way?
Third is flick shotting, which is pretty self-explanatory, which is just tracking but faster.
What the f—
When playing sniper, you constantly have to be using these 3 aiming techniques. Always adapt to the situation. Never rely on the same technique.
I'm God.
Besides aiming, I feel like people overlook the fact that sniper has a melee and a sniper rifle that can no-scope. No-scope is pretty broken in my opinion. It does a base damage of 50 with no damage fall off. Like all weapons, if you damage someone with it, they will get a slight stun lock. This is especially useful when a scout is coming at you. Then there's his melee that does a base damage of 65. I'm gonna go a little off tangent here, but why does sniper's melee do 65 damage? For obvious balancing purposes, scout's melee damage only does 35 damage with an increased swing speed, and it's pretty scrawny. But then you have heavy, this buff hunk of a man. You're telling me he does only 65 damage as well? So canonically speaking, he is physically as fit as sniper, since they do the same melee damage. And 65 damage is nothing to scoff at. It can 2-shot light classes, and if you're lucky with a crit, you can destroy 7 of the 9 classes. Positioning is a very important thing to understand about sniper. You always have to be moving and always keeping your distance. You never want to be in the same place for a very long time because that makes you predictable. Take this clip for example. I just headshotted the sniper on barn blitz. While he is down, I keep an eye on top when he'll respawn. I use that as a countdown in my head, and the moment he respawns, I immediately move positions. Because he is now aware of my previous position, he will either A, charge up a body shot, or B, headshot me. If I was that sniper in his position, no pun intended, I would have gone around the sides to headshot the sniper. Having played TF2 for over 5,500 hours, I'm constantly learning about this game. Whenever I play Sniper, I learn something new and continue to build upon what I know. No game is always the same, and the best thing you could do is adapt into certain situations. Here's this competitive clip on Borneo. The medic and soldier come out with an Uber. In this situation, you want to get away from them as far as possible. I keep my distance remaining absolutely calm. Once the Uber runs out, I take my chance to pick at the soldier. Here's another competitive clip on Frontier. This sniper is on top of this balcony. He has a better sightline than I do, and I choose not to challenge him from below. From my experience playing on this map, I discovered this cheeky spot up these stairs. It's a tight sightline, but it gives me a full view of the balcony, which I'm able to take out the sniper. As I'm taunting, this pyro sneaks up from behind. I have two options here. A, jump out of the window, or B, accept my fate. Here's my last competitive clip on Swiftwater. We're in a pretty tight situation. I'm doing my best to pick off as many guys so my team can push through. This scout catches me off guard. My first instinct is to get away from him to get some distance. Some of you might be thinking that going inside of these vents is a death sentence, but in reality, this is the best spot to fight a scout. Scout relies under extreme speed, double jump, and their environment, which is why I had to enclose him in my domain expansion. He's forced to go inside, which narrows down his sightline, which allows me to get this sick headshot. I have no idea how I got him. Over 1,200 hours in Sniper, one thing I've taken to heart is that you'll never be the best. Like no one ever was. To be serious, there's always someone out there that will be better than you. It's the way of life. There was one phase I had when playing Sniper, which was to only go for headshots, no matter what. This really affected the way I played, and it made me frustrated to the point I realized headshots really don't matter. Killing them is what matters.
I would quit after that. I would actually quit after that.
Someone asked me the other day, how can I hit headshots like you? All I can say is that there's no real magic to it. When you keep playing for this long like I have, headshots just come naturally. Even if you aren't able to hit headshots, try going for body shots.
Oh, we have 4 fucking snipers. This team's not fucking balanced, dude.
Shut up, we're winning!
When you become more consistent at hitting bodies, you're more likely to hit headshots. To this day, I'm still practicing. Maybe you'd notice, but when I play Sniper, I like to practice by hitting corpses. It's a weird habit, but I do it to check my aim.
That's good. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's enough!
Peace off,
But all that said, I hope this video has helped you in any way. As of recording of this video, I'll be on a trip, and I wanted to get this out as soon as I can. Thanks for all the support so far this year. It's been amazing, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.
Ah! That's right! You're next! Ah! Never mind.
My bad, you must be a fed.
Welcome to the team.
Thank you. Thank you.
As long as you have more points than Fisher, okay?
Hey! Yo! Please! Please spare me! I only joined! My only crime was joining!
He's a fed!
No! I'm not a fed! Let's go!